brace yourself. A single piece of infrastructure might be causing more headaches than any other bridge in New Zealand. The infamous Tinwald Viaduct in Ashburton has earned the notorious title of the country's most struck rail overbridge. So, should authorities just shut the road beneath it once and for all? Or is there a smarter fix? Let's unpack why this overbridge keeps getting walloped, what's at stake, and why finding a solution is far from straightforward. Tinwald Viaduct sits just south of the Hakateri-Ashburton River Bridge, with a modest clearance limit of only 2.39 meters. That means anything taller than a typical van will collide with it, which happens with stunning frequency. According to KiwiRail, this is the most frequently struck rail bridge in New Zealand, reporting at least 13 confirmed incidents every year. But here's the real kicker. Locals say the true number is likely much higher, with some claiming almost weekly accidents or close calls. After a recent crash involving an excavator on a trailer, the viaduct had to be closed for repairs. Not long after reopening, tragedy struck again. This time, a motorhome slammed into the bridge from the other side. The latest closure is just another chapter in a long saga of repeated damage, frustrated drivers, and growing calls for action. But here's where it gets controversial. Many in the community, and some council officials, are wondering if simply closing the road beneath the bridge might be the most cost-effective answer, even if it's drastic. After all, endless repairs and temporary fixes drain resources and patience. On the other hand, shutting this access route would inconvenience commuters and reroute traffic, which not everyone welcomes. Neil McCann, Infrastructure Chief at Ashburton District Council, explained the current closure happened in partnership with KiwiRail. The plan is to reopen once repairs finish, but the timeline is uncertain, depending on damage assessments and engineering redesigns. KiwiRail Siva Sivapakiam stressed the safety angle. The latest strike damaged both the protective collision beam and the bridge's main structure, making it even more susceptible to future hits. With each impact, risk escalates for trains passing overhead and for motorists below. Sivapakiam confirmed the Tinwald Viaduct is hit over a dozen times a year, at least once a month by official count, but likely far more. And this is the part most people miss. It's not the bridge's design at fault, but careless or unaware drivers simply ignoring the posted height limits. Locals like Kevin Donaldson insist it's a constant issue, often underreported, while Ashburton resident Adam Kibblewhite fears that a temporary closure may quietly become permanent. In an open letter, he called on the council and KiwiRail to clarify intentions. While some agree closure is the cheapest fix, he argues that would waste recent investments in upgrades and overlooks better alternatives. His suggestion? Beef up prevention. Install robust vehicle height barriers, gantries, put up clearer warning signs, and step up enforcement. Let's solve the problem, not just erase access, he notes. Historically, the Council and NZTA, New Zealand Transport Agency, have juggled multiple options, making the viaduct a one-way route. Only allowing left turns or simply improving signage and cycling access. After much debate and community feedback, the decision in late 2022 was to maintain full access but monitor the area closely for safety. And interestingly, there has only been one minor, non-injury, traffic accident at the viaduct's intersection in recent years, suggesting that while bridge strikes are frequent, they seldom cause immediate road injuries, though the risk always looms. So, why not install those sought-after gantries? According to infrastructure heads, earlier investigations into overheight barriers on each side of the viaduct found significant flaws, limited space, structural challenges supporting the gantries in high winds, and the danger of vehicles reversing into traffic if blocked. Conceptual estimates put costs upwards of $20,000 per gantry, with actual installation likely costing more, plus ongoing maintenance. New options like electronic height warnings are under consideration, but no decisions have been made on how to fund or share the costs. At council meetings, opinions remain split. Some argue that no amount of signage or enforcement will stop every inattentive or reckless driver, hinting that permanent closure is the only foolproof solution. Others, like Mayor Neil Brown, counter that proactive prevention is the smarter long-term investment for both rail and road safety. A bit of history: the Tinwald Viaduct, sometimes called the subway, dates back to the late 1800s. The decision to build a subway rather than a level crossing was rooted in landowner needs and the vision of easier, safer access to the riverside estates. But could the very feature that once enabled growth and connection now be causing more trouble than it's worth? So what do you think? Should the road under the Tinwald Viaduct be closed for good to stop the constant collisions? Or is there an obligation to keep it open and invest in aggressive, perhaps expensive, preventative measures? Should the responsibility fall